Hola, hola, ¿cómo estamos? Bienvenidos to verbos reflexivos. Okay, so these types of verbs are unique to the Spanish language and they only have one characteristic. This is that they are always accompanied by un pronombre reflexivo. Okay, so that's the only thing. So for example, if we look at the verb quedar, this is a regular AR verb, that means to meet. Okay, quedar con alguien, meet with someone, quedar. But then quedarse, now this se here, it's nothing else but just the way we use to write down the original form of a reflexive verb. Okay, quedarse, actually it goes without the parentheses, quedarse. I want to put it with the parentheses because I want you to understand that this se will be conjugated same as this AR, right? We say I meet. How do you say I meet? Quedo, right? And you quedas. Okay, so then the only difference here is that we use a reflexive pronoun and the meaning changes. Quedarse means to stay. Okay, very different meaning, right? So if you want to say, for example, I stay, it wouldn't be enough to say quedo. Okay, quedo would be I meet. So then you would use the reflexive pronoun before the verb. In this case, you would use me quedo. Okay, now reflexive pronouns, 99% of the times, they go before the verb. Okay, so then we put here some práctica. Okay, let's do some practice here. So to say I stay at home, how would it be? Give yourself some time. So that would be me, right? It's the pronombre reflexivo, just to be, true to this se, me. Then quedo, just like a normal regular AR verb, me quedo en casa. All right, so that, sorry, it should be here. Me quedo en casa. Make sense? So I stay is me quedo. Usually we understand that quedo should be the verb, but now this me, it's here because this is a reflexive pronoun. Because if you just say quedo, that would change the meaning. That would be I meet at home. Okay, like for example, I meet my friends at home. Quedo con mis amigos en casa. Right? I meet with my friends, we say. I meet with my friends at home. All right? Now, other examples can be, for example, the verb ir. You remember that was to go, right? Now, irse means to leave. We use it a lot. For example, if we are going somewhere, then we just say, voy a trabajar. I go to work. Voy a trabajar. Now, if we are in the same place and I am leaving this place to go to another place, we say me voy a trabajar. So here we could say I'm leaving. It could be me voy. I go to work. Voy a trabajar. I'm leaving to work, right? I'm leaving this place to go to work. Me voy a trabajar. Here, the difference is not so big as in quedar, right? But for example, we can see another verb, another reflexive verb. Another good example could be the verb querer. So querer means to want, like quiero agua, right? But then quererse, meaning the reflexive form, means to love, like te quiero. So then we know here that the first one is me, right? Me voy, me quedo, me quiero, I love myself, me quiero. And then te is for you, te quiero, right? Now, how would it be then? Are you staying at home, or do you stay at home? Do you stay at home? Okay, do you stay at home? How can you translate that? So we know that stay is quedarse. Okay, quedarse. And then you know that this AR changes for the second person. That will be you. So then quedas, and then we also put the pronoun before, te quedas en casa. Okay, o te vas, or are you leaving? Te quedas en casa o te vas. And here we say te, right? Now, for the third person, it's gonna be more challenging, and so pay close attention here, because the third person has three options. It can be le when we refer to people, it can be lo and la, which means it. For example, we can also use, for example, the verb escribir. That means to write. It's a regular IR verb, escribir. And then escribirse also means to write, but directed to other people, or directed to others. So if I want to write, for example, I write it, right? Like I write the letter, I write it. Okay. Actually, let's put here, I write him. I write him. So le means him and her. So how would it be I write? Let's make it more simple. Let's make it more simple now. I write you. How can I write this? I write you. So we know that the verb is escribir. Now this IR turns into escribo, but because I'm directing it to you, like I love you, we say te escribo. Now, how can I say I write he? I write he. That would be le escribo. Okay, I write him actually. I write him. Le escribo. Okay, is it somewhat clear? Like, not every verb can be reflexive, because not every verb can be directed to another person. For example, we also have the verb llamar. Llamar means to call, okay? But then llamarse is to call someone, right? To call someone. So if I want to say, for example, I call you, how can I say I call you? Give yourself some time to write it down, because we have llamar, right? Llamar, which then we are taking this AR out, and because we say I call you, so I call would be llamo, right? I call, and then this you, we put it before te llamo. Now, how would you say I call him? Okay, so we have I call, which is llamo, and then him, we put it before te, le, right? Le llamo. Now, how would it be he calls me? I know this is tricky, okay? I know this is tricky. He calls me. Let's take it slowly here. So, first we have to translate this part. He calls. We know that llamar is to call. So, what is the third? What was the declination for the third person singular? Llamo, llamas, llama, llama, and then me, we put it always before me llama. He calls me. Me llama todos los días. He calls me. Me llama. Every day. I'm sorry. Me llama todos los días. Okay. Is it clear? Now, the rest of the pronouns would be nos, that's for we, os, that's for you, you all, and again, for the third person we have les, los, and las for it. And then we have this se here. We also have this se. I don't want to go very deep into this se right now. We will see it later on, but just to know that it exists, okay? So then, how can I say, for example, we stay at home? Okay, so first, we stay. This is the verb quedar, but because it's we say amos, quedamos, and because it's a reflexive verb, we put nos before, because this is the reflexive pronoun. Nos quedamos en casa. Okay, now how would it be I write you guys on Mondays. Now, I write is escribo. You guys will be os, right? Like you all, you guys. Os escribo los lunes. I hope this is clear. Again, this is a very strange concept for many of you. You can try to watch the video again. I would say, so reflexive, we can find two types of reflexive verbs. Ones that change their meaning, right? These ones change their meaning, whether they are reflexive or not. And then others, we just use the reflexive pronoun to direct it to other people, right? I write you, he writes me, he calls me. And this is more common to see. Like, I buy her a book. So the verb to buy is comprar. Actually, these verbs, we should write them down on regular verbs. So let's go up. So cocinar, llamar, to call, escribir, to write. All right. And then I wanted to write down here comprar, to buy. Okay. So then if we go down again, how would it be I buy you comprar is to buy, comprarse is to buy something to someone. So then in práctica here, we have the verb comprar. All right, we have the verb comprar. So how can I say I buy you a book? Take yourself some time. Give yourself some time. So I buy, compro, you, te compro un libro, a book. I buy you a book. How would it be you buy him a book? You buy him a book. So first, you buy, right? You buy is compras, right? AS, compras. Him was le compras un libro. All right. And then the last one, how would it be to say, we buy you guys a book? Very good. First we do we buy. We buy, which is compramos. You guys was os. Os compramos un libro. Alright, so this is the trickiness of the reflexive verbs. I suggest you read this and you watch this video again to make it more clear. Then if it's not clear, you can always, tell me, please give me some feedback so that I can maybe update this video if it wasn't clear. And if it was clear, then excellent. You already know the reflexive verbs. See you in the next video.